Yeah, absolutely. It really matters. And the reason it matters is because charities vary really quite substantially in their performance. It almost sounds heretical a bit to say it, because often people think that, you know, the fact that something is a charity means that it's doing a fantastic job. But actually all that means really is that it has good intent about what it's doing, and it's doing a type of work that we think of as being charitable. So, you know, but we think the same about, you know, teachers or doctors or hospitals, for example, you know, all of which we think do good work, but we're pretty familiar with the notion that some are much better than others. So, for instance, you know, one of my favourite stories is around in Kenya. One of the biggest killers of children actually is diarrhea, which is a very preventable disease, which you can prevent by handing out cholera in the water. And there are various mechanisms that people use for getting chlorine into the water. So one is that you give chlorine to individual households. Another is that you get households to come to a central place, for example, the local shop where they can get it for free. Or a third might be that you hand it out at the water source where people come to get their water. And all of those sound like quite sensible ways to solve that problem. But actually it turns out that there's quite a big difference in performance. And it's not just that one is 10% better or 20% better. One of those solutions, if you excuse the pun, is 100% better than the other. If you put $1,000 into a program that hands out chlorine at a village water source, you prevent twice the number of diarrhea incidences that you can get to if you take the chlorine door to door in villages. So, you know, what that means is that it's enormously important as a donor that you find the best charities and with the best ideas and the best programs, and because the impact is enormously different for beneficiaries at the end of the chain. In that example I gave, that one program is 100% better, it's twice as good as another. There are much more extreme cases even than that. I've seen programs where one might be 10 times better, or sometimes even 25 times better than another. So the impact is huge, and it's really worth making a good choice.